spin it. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to Good Morning Vail. This Sunday edition, we have a loaded and very fun show in store for you this Sunday. We have Bill Humbert as well as Robbie talking all things Vail Ski Resort and some turkey chili. So sit right back, have some fun, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. Get up, get ready to start your day. Your coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to this Sunday's edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, if you're in town for MLK weekend, our very own Robbie has the lowdown, all the good stuff about this world-class resort here in Vail.
Well, if you're new to the Valley or just here on vacation, you're probably here to ski. And we've got some exciting news for you as Vail Mountain has just recently opened some of the best skiable terrain they have. Currently, Vail Mountain has over 70% of their skiable terrain open for use, and that includes over 200 of Vail's 278 runs. Most recently, however, Vail Mountain opened its original back bowls, which include Sundown Bowl and Sunup Bowl. Known for their vast and inspiring terrain, the first of Vail Mountain's 7 legendary back bowls whisk guests into an unparalleled natural environment. These back bowls have claim to fame for a reason, as the mountain's 7 legendary back bowls have been exciting guests for more than 60 years. Sunup Express, also known as Chair 9, and High Noon Express, Chair 5, are also now open. But be careful when experiencing the back bowls. Early season conditions with marked and unmarked obstacles exist, so be on the lookout for anything poking out of the snow. If you're looking to rent gear, view trail maps, or find lodging, additional and all information can be found at vail.com. As you become more and more familiar with Vail Mountain, you'll come to understand that there's a lot of tradition surrounding the opening day at Vail Resort. And we sent our team there this year, so we'll show you some of the highlights now.
Now let's take a look at what Robbie and Gretchen have to say.
Well, we're less than 2 hours away from opening day, and I'd say there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to today.
So excited. Oh, my buddy Chris Pavona here with the bacon. I talked about this earlier. Thanks, Chris. I can't touch it with my Give me a piece too. Chris, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good. I'm stoked to be out here. It's a little brisk, but I think the stoke's pretty high today.
I'm Robbie Whittle, and we got a special guest with us, Eric Dunn. How are we doing today?
We're doing great. We're so excited that it's opening day, and we're ready to kick off the season.
Rate that. I mean, I like it sweet. I didn't know it was going to be sweet. That kind of caught me by surprise, but it's yummy, man.
He is one of the new first chair humans, because it used to be an old school crew of all my friends, and you beat them this year.
Yeah, it's awesome. Got there like an hour before him. It was nice.
What are you looking forward to most about this opening day in particular, 2023?
Yeah, I think I'm particularly looking forward to just getting back on snow.
What are you the most stoked for today?
Get on some snow finally.
Well, if you're just now joining us, we've closed out the bottom of the hour here at opening day at Vail Ski Resort.
I'm so excited. I don't know if you can hear it a little bit loud, but the music is pumping. We are feeling it. The line's getting longer. We are stoked to be here. I cannot wait.
Well, Kim, the weather's a little bit different up here at Vail than it is over in Avon. If you're just now joining us, it's opening day here at Vail, and the excitement is on, and that countdown is on too. The gondola is spinning, and we're moments away from the banner cutting ceremony.
I am so excited. You would think this is my first opening day. I feel like, 15? This might be 16. I'm so amped.
Well, let's check the vibe a little bit here. How we feeling, guys? Ready! Opening day!
I'm so excited.
Now, not too far down the road from Vail is the town of Avon, and in Avon, you'll find the Riverfront Gondola, which will take you to the Bachelor's Gulch area of Beaver Creek Resort. This area of Beaver Creek Resort recently opened for use and connects with the rest of the mountain. The resort is currently around 30% operational in terms of their skiable terrain open to the public, while about 70 of their 224 trails are operational as well. Much like Vail, the resort opens at 8:30 a.m. and closes down at 4 p.m. Monday through Sunday. More information on events happening at the resort, rental gear, or lift tickets, head to beavercreek.com and you can find out more. Now, just to the east of Vail and Beaver Creek is a resort called Keystone, and they got something exciting going on as they just recently opened up the largest mountaintop fort, and it's available for all guests to enjoy. Located at the top of the River Run Gondola at an elevation of over 11,600 feet, this year's fort is even bigger than the previous made last year at Keystone. The fort reaches a height of 35 feet and covers a quarter acre. The fort took 2 weeks of round-the-clock work to complete the build, which features an ice cave, slides, tunnels, and ice sculptures that are apparently larger than life, so you may want to check those out. The public is allowed to use the fort every day during operating hours by taking the gondola to the Durkham summit, and visitors will need an Epic Pass, Keystone lift ticket, or a Scenic Gondola foot passenger ticket for access. The fort will be open as long as snow conditions allow it. And last year they were saying around April is the time that wrapped up. So if you want to check it out, just make sure you go before April. Now, much like Vail, there's a lot of tradition surrounding opening day at Keystone. And they're usually one of the first to open up their doors to the public for the new season annually. And this year we sent our team there as well. So enjoy some of the highlights from opening day at Keystone. Well, it's opening day at Keystone, and I would say the vibe's starting to pick up a little bit here, wouldn't you, Ben?
Definitely. The Stoke is alive. People are real excited, getting on the lift. The music's bumping. I am excited for ski season.
Well, I'm glad we made it down to opening day. Robbie Whittle joined alongside Ben Roof. Ben, what are you looking forward to most about opening day here at Keystone?
Man, I'm just excited about getting the skis on the feet and getting out there and just starting to make some turns. I mean, that's really all I'm excited about right now. We've got some good snow for this early in the season, but there's only a couple of runs open, so there's not necessarily going to be a whole bunch of room. I'm just kind of thinking about getting warmed up, getting ready to go.
Yeah, I would say I am too. Let's get after it. Sights and sounds coming at you right now. Opening day, how we feeling?
Feeling great. Happy to start the season.
Opening day, how stoked are we?
We're feeling so stoked out here.
Although it may be early in the season, Keystone's opening day didn't disappoint.
It's been an incredible opening day. Thanks to some amazing cold weather temperatures, we've been able to make a ton of snow up on our mountain, open up the season with 2 miles of skiing on our Schoolmarm and Silver Spoon trails. We've also got a hike-to terrain park on our Spring Dipper trail, as well as a beginner learning area off of our Kokomo carpet lift.
With so many options, we took to the slopes. Overall conditions were fair, and we got a lot of good early season laps and to shake off that rust. By mid-December, we should be seeing much more of the resort accessible, but there's one thing to note. Keystone is changing. The resort is opening the Bergman Lift.
For the first time ever, guests will have access to 550 acres of lift service terrain in our Bergman Bowl and Erickson Bowl, which is really exciting. Normally when we think of high alpine terrain, we're thinking of strictly double black diamonds, advanced trails. This is actually going to be really approachable terrain for a variety of skill levels. So everybody's going to be able to get that experience of getting to the very top of the mountain, looking out across beautiful Summit County, and getting to experience some amazing high alpine skiing.
Normally when the words high alpine terrain are brought up, this excludes certain skill levels. However, at Keystone, that's not the case. All skill levels are more than welcome to hit the Bergman Lift. And expect this part of the resort to be open mid-December to early January. Wherever you decide to venture here in the Centennial State for ski season, you've got a lot of good choices, so you can't really go wrong there. But just make sure to have fun and be safe. Stick with us. More Good Morning Vail coming up.
Good morning, Vail.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there. TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Good morning, Vail.
I don't know about you, but if you're hungry this morning, I know I am. Our very own Kim made some amazing turkey chili. Let's take a look.
We're in the kitchen, and this time we're cooking up my recipe.
Yes.
Well, a version of it. This is a kind of a combination of what I like to make, but also with a good base from lots of Googling on the internet. But Ross, we are in the kitchen today,
Yes.
and we are making turkey chili. I feel like this is like a practice run.
Okay.
You know, here we go. It's cold outside. We're making chili for the chilly temperatures. So we're making a turkey chili, which is really great. And typically you can do it in one pot, but we want to show you all the steps by step. So we've got a skillet here as well as a main pot to cook everything in.
Cool.
Yeah. So have you made chili before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's easy, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody has their own like secret recipe or way that they've done it for years, but this is a really easy basis for it. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. So it starts with 1 pound of ground turkey, and I like to use the 99% lean because you don't really want too many excess juices, because as it simmers, it kind of liquefies and everything melds together towards the end. So if you want to get started on browning our ground turkey,
We're going.
I've got a really fun kitchen gadget. I don't even know how to talk about this because it is a multi-use tool, but this is my favorite way to chop vegetables. You literally just put it in the middle and then you just press down on it. So we've got some pre-cut onions already. We're gonna go ahead and just put this on here and just push it down nice and easy. It gathers everything, it keeps it clean. It's just one of my favorite kitchen tools to use by far. It actually also turns into a mandolin, but we don't need to worry about that today. So we've got red peppers, we've got 1 whole onion, 1 red pepper, and then also some diced garlic. And this is the basis of our I guess you could say of like the vegetable flavors that usually are within chili, but sometimes I like to add a lot of extra vegetables, but we're just going to keep it simple today.
There's no wrong way to make a chili.
There really isn't.
Whatever you choose, it's going to be great.
It's absolutely true. So I've got 1 whole onion here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add this onion to my pot. So we've already heated it up with about a tablespoon of olive oil just to get things sizzling, and nothing sounds better to me than hearing a sizzle in the kitchen. But we're getting all of that going, and you want your vegetables to kind of cook down for about five-ish minutes or so before we add the turkey in. And you really have a choice of seasoning your turkey however you want to. So we've got lots of different seasonings here. We've got chili powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, a little bit of cumin if you wanted to throw that in there. And it's just kind of to taste. You know, you can follow a recipe, but I say the best meals are made with love and not measurement.
That's it. That's it.
That's so true. But this is a really great weeknight meal to throw together. You can freeze it. It freezes really well. And we are just making a mess over here in the kitchen.
What was that?
I think I knocked over the hot sauce, which is a key element, in my opinion, to the chili. So are you a spicy chili kind of guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I like to put the jalapenos in it at the end.
Oh, that
Got a
sounds
nice kick.
delicious. All right, so we've got all of our vegetables chopped. And Ross, next to you, we've got 3 cloves of garlic minced in this little Tupperware right here.
Lovely.
So we're just kind of mixing everything together. The flavors, if you could smell the flavors in here, it's, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's morning.
Coming together.
It is coming together. Those onions are sizzling down. We're cooking it for about 5 minutes. Same with the red peppers, but they don't have to be fully cooked down because everything is just going to continue to melt together as you let it sit on the stove for about 30 minutes minimum, 45 if you really want the good flavors. But we're just over here doing a lot of cooking. So, you know, we've got the big football game coming up with the NFL.
Right.
You know, this is a really great thing to make. You know, if you don't want to do a bunch of football appetizers, you can just throw a pot of chili together. And
yeah.
Smells great, looks great. People's bellies will be filled. It's wonderful. So what do you like to put in your chili typically?
So yeah, I like the hot stuff, but I'm definitely kind of a peppers and onions guy.
Okay.
And then definitely I'm a big bean guy. So like I love chili because it's all of that put together, right?
Right. So I'm on the racetrack, is what you're telling
It's
me?
looking great, yeah, looking great. And then what I love to do is chili's so great left over, right? So you can just heat it up either later in the day or the next day and get a nice warm meal.
And it's one of those meals where you don't get sick of eating it multiple days in a row. This to me is a staple in the wintertime. I'll usually make a big pot and then throw half of it in the freezer and then eat the rest of it throughout the week.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it just smells so good. You can see that these onions are starting to really start to melt down a little bit and become a little bit more translucent.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're just softening it all up because we'll throw that ground turkey in here. And then we just continue to add things. So outside of the ground turkey, we've got all the spices. We're cooking everything down. Now, I have a secret recipe that I like to do, but typically you would start with 2 cans of 14 ounces of diced tomatoes, or you can do crushed tomatoes if you want it to be a little bit more, I guess you could say like blended or less chunky. That's a good way to do it. So we've got 2 cans of diced tomatoes, which we can go ahead and add those in here. And so while you stir that, well, if you wouldn't mind passing me the tomatoes, Ross.
Here is 1 tomato for you, and I'll get the other one going for you.
Awesome. We're going to go ahead and pop these open here, and we're just going to dump it into the pot. So easy as that. I like to use no salt added so that I can add as much or as little seasoning as I want to the mix. I think it just adds a little bit. You know, we've got sodium and everything that we eat most of the time anyways. So we've added those in there, and then I've got 1 can of dark red kidney beans. Now we've already pre-washed and drained the can so that we can just dump it right into the pot here. So we've got the base of all of our vegetables in the mix here. So we've got 1 red pepper, 1 whole onion, some garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic tossed in there, 2 14-ounce cans of diced tomatoes, and 1 can of kidney beans. So looking good. We've got that in there, and you're working on the turkey, and the best part is we can literally just take that pan and dump it in here.
Love it.
It's so simple. Throw the pan into the sink when you're done, and we can wash everything afterwards. So it can be a 1-pan meal, but we wanted to kind of show you all the different things. So one of the things that I like to do, though, I have a secret ingredient.
All right, what is it?
I love to put apple cider vinegar in mine, and
Okay.
then to make this a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of an acidic flavor.
Okay, cool.
And then to add a little bit more texture and consistency, I add a little bit of tomato sauce as well.
Oh,
So those are my 2 secrets.
I was wondering what we were doing with the marinara over here.
You know, we're making a little bit of pasta too.
Love it.
Is there anything, like, what do you typically put in yours as well?
Not apple cider vinegar, no.
Well, it gives it a nice, like, citrus, a nice acidic taste to it. I know that the tomato does have that, but it adds a little bit of extra, plus some Worcestershire.
Yeah.
That's a fun word to say. So I like to just kind of throw everything in there and then taste as we go. So let's go ahead and dump the,
Ready for it?
yeah, we'll go ahead, turn off the stove, which is a big important thing to do. Then we're just gonna dump this in here, so you don't even have to drain it. You know, I love to have the extra juices added in there. There we go. Looks delicious, smells delicious. You know, we heard all of the sizzling kitchen sounds, which we love here. And then we're just gonna stir this around. And you can see we've got a bunch of different flavors we can throw in. So Worcestershire, it's always hard to say. You can measure it, you know, like a teaspoon if you want to, but I just kind of put, you know, 5 or 6 dashes in. And
5 or 6 dashes.
5 or 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8.
That's my favorite.
6. That was 6.
We throw that in there, and then the apple cider vinegar. So we have a little bit here, as you can see. But this one, I would say you'd be a little bit more. I do maybe a tablespoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a tablespoon?
Maybe a tablespoon. So we're going to estimate this is about a tablespoon. And it just gives it some added extra flavor. And I'll just stir it up there, and you can just smell all of the flavors coming together. And it's just, to me, it's like frosting a cake. You just layer everything. It starts to like look really good, and you add it as you feel like it. And then another thing that I like to add in there is actually some chicken bouillon.
Okay.
It gives it a little bit more spice. If I can get it open here. We add a little bit of chicken bouillon. If you have the cubes, I'll add 1 or 2 cubes to my chili. But with this one, we'll probably throw about a tablespoon of the powdered version in it as well. That's where it gives you a little bit of extra sodium, a little extra flavor. You just kind of mix it together. And one of the most important ingredients, chili powder.
Yes.
So you cannot forget to add that chili powder into the mix. You usually do about 2 tablespoons of that, or you just throw it in as you feel like it. And a little bit of chicken bouillon. And then the last piece that we're gonna add about a cup of the chicken broth. And then depending on what it looks like, we'll throw a little bit more of the tomato sauce in there. So that's kind of an as-needed basis. So yeah, it's got a lot of different things in it, but you know, it's really however you feel like feeling it. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and pour that. I'll tell you
Oh
when.
yeah, this looks like about a cup.
Okay, you can dump it even faster. Looks great. Okay, that's good for me. And then we'll add that tomato sauce right at the very end. And it's just gonna be great. We'll leave it here. We'll let it all simmer together, and then we'll come back and check on it later. It's gonna be delicious.
So easy.
So easy. Just throw everything in a pot. Now stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley?
We want to hear from you.
We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
It's Kimberly here, and I am standing in the middle of the Goggle Bar at Eyepieces Vail with Danny Berry, Marketing Manager of Eyepieces. How are you, Danny?
I'm good. How are you, Kimberly?
I'm living my best life. I can't complain. You know, being able to stand here among all of these incredible products and eyepieces that are just winter fashion and fun and safety and all of the things. So let's get started. Tell me about what we've got here.
Yeah, so at Eyepieces, we kind of consider ourselves to provide products. Everything from the neck up is kind of our motto. So we do a lot of sunglasses, goggles, helmets. Ski fashion is something we absolutely love. It kind of brings together optical and fashion and skiing all together.
Well, you've got to have the right skis on the mountain. Yeah, absolutely. You really do. And there are so many varieties and options. So you've got your traditional goggles, but you can also wear like a sun shield or sunglasses or helmet with built-in technology. So I've just been dying to talk about this item here. So let's start.
Yeah, so this one's kind of all in one. This is Cask. It's a brand we started carrying a couple years ago. It's really well known for its visor here. So it's kind of a goggle helmet combo, which people love. It is a huge lens, which is going to give you great peripheral vision. So as far as like a technical functional product, this is really great, super comfortable. It is going to have a photochromatic lens on there, which is even better. So you're not switching out lenses. It's really going to do the work for you, and the lens is going to adapt to the lighting conditions. So if it's a really sunny day, it's going to get much darker from here.
So it's tell me the word again.
Photochromatic.
Photochromatic.
Yeah.
So that is lens technology that adjusts to the light.
Correct.
Wow,
Yep.
That's fancy.
So it's like several different lenses all in one on top of a goggle. And then new this year from this company, Cask, is they have integrated their speakers so that you have audio in the little ears here, which is great. It has Bluetooth capability. So when I say all in one, I totally mean it. It literally has everything that you need to go up on the mountain. Looks really modern and sleek, super comfortable, like I said. And then a lot of times people like to wear this if they have glasses, because it just slides right over your glasses. So that is a great option as well.
This is great if you're one of those people where you're constantly looking for all of your things before you head out to the mountain.
Totally.
You've got it all in here.
Yep,
Absolutely.
exactly. So that's Cask.
Cask, great. So speaking of, you mentioned people that wear glasses. One of the things that Eyepieces offers here as well are the prescription lenses.
So tell me all about that. And, we've got some really incredible options here.
Yeah, so really what we're known for is our prescription services. We do total customized prescription services in your glasses, sunglasses, we can change the tint and color, and prescription goggle. So like I said, you can wear your glasses under your goggle or whatever equipment that you're wearing, but it's even better to have a prescription goggle that's all integrated. It's not going to have the fogging issue. It's not going to be uncomfortable like wearing your glasses under a goggle. We have clips that can work in kind of a universal functionality in different goggles. And we have like a completely integrated prescription goggle where there's no inserts, it's no clips, it's all in there. And we can do that all in-house at our Vail lab.
Well, that's what makes you so special. So you get functionality and fashion. And speaking of fashion, you carry all kinds of brands, and luxury brands is a big one of them. So tell me about this goggle set that we have here in front of us.
Yeah, this is a new one. This is a Tom Ford goggle. Super modern looking. We love having kind of those name brand goggles that are super fashion forward, but very functional. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that you have something that is going to help you see perfectly on the mountain, but also very stylish. So Tom Ford goggle is new for this year. We have tons of Tom Ford sunglasses and optical frames as well. And then very popular and trendy right now is a sunglass shield. Okay. You probably see it in Oakley's a lot, that big sunglass. And we love it for skiing because if you don't want a goggle, if you want to go with more of a sunglass, a larger lens is going to give you some more protection and looks beautiful.
They look great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear these for Opry.
So this is a Chrome Hearts sunglass shield. We love Chrome Hearts. It's a great luxury kind of niche brand that we've been carrying for a long time. And they started doing some more sport pieces. And so this is one of them. It's actually designed for biking. Okay. The designers wanted something that's more functional, and so they designed this, and it works perfectly for skiing. We love it. So all those sport shields are super trendy right now.
You would look at it, and you wouldn't think that it's designed for biking because it looks so fashion forward, with the little details and all of that. Yeah. So speaking of this brand, the Chrome Hearts. Yeah. So it's your 40th anniversary.
It is.
And you are doing a special collaboration with them as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So this winter we're celebrating our 40th anniversary. We're very excited about celebrating that with all of our wonderful customers, our fantastic staff. And Chrome Hearts is a brand we've been carrying for a long time, like I said. So we are doing a special collaboration piece with them. So we went kind of with their designers and came out with a brand new piece that is very specific to eyepieces in our 40th anniversary. So that will be launching in February.
Amazing. So 40th anniversary celebrations. What's going on? What kind of events? What can we see from Eyepieces of Vail coming up?
Yeah, we'll be having a lot of trunk shows throughout the year like we kind of normally do. All of those are updated on our website. So if you ever want to know kind of what is coming, what location, with what vendor, at what time, you can check those out there. We are also doing a 40th anniversary party in March, which we're very excited about. Kind of have some music and food and drinks.
Who doesn't love a good party? Especially here in Vail, we love that. So speaking of Eyepieces of Vail, tell me about operating hours. Where can we go to get an eye exam or prescription goggles or glasses or whatever it is that you might be looking for?
Yeah, we have 8 locations total. We have 4 in Vail, 1 in Beaver Creek, 1 in Edwards. We have 2 locations in the Roaring Fork Valley, 1 in Basalt and 1 in Snowmass. We have a doctor that does eye exams at our Edwards location on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and at our Village Center location across from the Solaris on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can call or visit our website to get those scheduled. And he's great. Dr. G's one of our favorites, and he can get you set up with a prescription, and then from there our staff can take care as far as fitting you with some frames with your prescription lenses.
Amazing. And I love that you offer regular eye exams as well. So not only are you offering very fashionable and very cool and functional products, but you're offering services and, just helping people stay on top of their eye health. We love that.
Totally. Yeah, we do repairs, adjustments, cleanings. Come on in. We can do those for free. We want to take care of you. Even if you haven't gotten your glasses with us, we want to make sure that you're all set up when you're visiting.
And And that's one of the special things about Eyepieces of Vail is just the white glove service that you provide to friends and family and customers alike. So we really appreciate that. And congratulations on your 40th anniversary. That's huge. So where can we go for more information if anybody wants to, see what you offer and kind of keep in touch with what you're doing?
Yep, eyepieces.com. You can find locations, brands we carry, schedule those eye exams, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Well, Danny, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Loving all of these fun, fashion-forward options. So all in one, Tom Ford, Chrome Hearts. We love all of it. This is just really incredible stuff. Thanks for sharing your inventory today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. Keep it here. We'll be right back for more.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to this Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, we got a chance to talk to one of our favorites, Bill Humbert. Let's check it out.
Welcome back to the show. We are once again joined by recruiter guy Bill Humbert, who's got some wonderful advice to share with us on how to make a change in our careers or how to just, make that career change path a little bit smoother. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Ben, thank you so much. It's great to be back.
Well, it's so great to have you back. So, looking a little bit towards changing our career paths and trying to make a shift, what are some things that you keep in mind, kind of let us know that it's time for a change in our careers?
I would say there's probably three things to keep in mind. One is sometimes you don't have a choice. The company has a riff or the manager has a problem with you and they just lay you off. So that at that point, you got to find a job. The second is, maybe you've topped out and you want to be more successful and make better contributions, but you just can't get there in that company or that manager. It's time to find a job. And then the third is, if you just begin to get that spidey sense that things aren't going well, even though you're making contributions, start looking now. Don't wait until you get laid off.
Well, it was great reasons to kind of start keeping an eye on start that job search. But once you get started, or once you're like in that position where you're ready to make a change, it can be a little bit challenging to get started, and just the job search in general can be pretty nebulous. So do you have any advice on how to kind of come up with a good goal setting and to really keep that finish line in mind?
Absolutely, Ben. So the first step is to quickly decide what kind of job you want or need, or what you're looking for in a new position that would be even more fun for you. And then define a little bit more about that position and the skills and experience that you have that would help you fit in that position, and then the potential companies who have those positions.
So almost like coming up with a couple of different lists. One of the things that you're looking for in the job, the things that you think that you can provide to the new job, and the places that you think you can find that?
Exactly.
Which seems pretty straightforward. What's the next step after that?
Then you create, so you're talking about making lists. Then you create a spreadsheet with a list of everyone that you know. Family, friends, coworkers, former managers, managers who liked you in your current company and hate to see you leave, people from church, everybody. And then add their phone numbers, and then the dates that you contacted them, because you want to track that. And then if they're a first level LinkedIn connection and you don't have their phone number, a lot of times their phone numbers are in the contact information. And so that part is the part that's very important for your networking, because now you have a list.
So with that list, what are we doing with it? Are we just, we're making those calls, working our way down the list and contacting everybody. Are we trying to just let them know that we're on the market for new opportunities, or you think that we should be using something a little bit more specific?
A little bit more specific. I call it the Here I Am speech in my books. And the Here I Am speech, the first minute and 30, depending on how much experience you have, you talk about some of the really major accomplishments that you've made in your position. And then you talk about why it is that you want to leave your job right now, or why it is you're looking for a job right now. And then finally, what I would like in my next job is, and then just spill it out in about 15 seconds. And where most people make a mistake is they ask, do you have any jobs available? And when they ask that question, even to me, and I'm a recruiter, my knee jerk is no. The question that you should ask is, who do you feel I should speak with next? And you're hoping for them to say, our company is looking for somebody right now. And then you say, well, can you introduce me to the manager? And that introduction is much, much more effective than trying to post and hope somebody's looking at your resume, because they're not.
Definitely. And I mean, my experience too, like sometimes it can be really difficult if you're looking for a specific job, figuring out who those people to contact are, because sometimes the list on the website, all the Google searching you can do, you can only find out maybe the head of HR, not necessarily who's the hiring manager or the department head for the department that you're trying to apply to either. And that can be a little bit tricky to try and find just the right person to make that call to. So,
there's this software product and service called LinkedIn. And when I'm recruiting, that's what I use. I use LinkedIn, and I look for people within companies first, and then I work down the list, and then I make connections with the ones I want to connect with. If you're searching for a job, you want to look for the people who are at the top, the vice president of marketing, the vice president of sales, the vice president of operations. Those are the people you want to talk to. And even if you're not able to talk to them, lots of times they'll say, well, send me your resume. And then what they do is they pass it down. And if you're a manager and a vice president hands you a resume, are you going to at least talk to that person?
Definitely going to give them a call. But my first impression there would be, it seems to me like some of those higher level people, they might either have a gatekeeper to get access to them, or they might not necessarily have the time to deal with minutia like hiring. What advice do you have to make that initial connection?
So if they feel like hiring is minutia, then it's time to pass them on, because that means they're not interested in building their team. And team building is one of the most important jobs of executives and hiring managers. So if that's what they feel, then you move on to some other company where hiring is important.
Well, because that work culture is very much set from the top, isn't it?
It does. It does. And that gives you strong indication of the culture of the company, and it's probably not one you want to be part of.
But how would you go and make that initial connection with somebody in one of those high power positions, especially if you don't necessarily have a pre-existing connection?
What I have coached my people who are looking for a job and they followed my coaching is to send that person a LinkedIn invitation. You have 200 characters, and hello, Bob. Hello, Mary. I see that your company has a position in operations, and I've worked in that position and made some major impacts with my current company. Would you like to link on LinkedIn? And then add your name and phone number.
And just a quick little blurb, quick little introduction to kind of what you might offer and why they might need to take some time to talk to you.
Exactly, Ben. So career search, like recruiting, mirrors the sales process perfectly. And in my book, I go through that. It's a sales process that people have to go through. And, the true work is when you're going out and you're starting to look and network. Here are the metrics. If you talk to 2 new people per week, it will take you 1 year to find a new job. If you talk to 10 new people per week, you'll find a new job in 6 months. If you talk to 20 new people per week, so 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, you'll find a job in 90 days. And I have found with the people I've coached, it works. Might be 89 days, might be 91 days, but it's right around that 90-day mark.
Awesome. Well, Bill, speaking of your book, I hear you might have a little bit of book news coming up.
I do. I have a book signing in Park City at Dolly's Bookstore on Main Street, and they've always treated me amazingly well. And so I'm excited about that because I get to meet some new people and talk to them about their careers. So it's going to be Friday, March 22nd at 2 p.m. at Dolly's. And, come out and join us. Even, if you're out over here skiing, come out and join us. It'll be great to meet you, and you get to meet Recruiter Guy live and in person.
Well, awesome, Bill. It's been so much fun to have you on. And as always, you've got some really great advice for us. Make sure to check out recruiterguy.com or head over to Dolly's Bookstore on March 2nd for that book signing.
22nd.
Thank you. All right, Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. And we'll be right back with a little bit more show right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Opening in time for the new ski season, Max's Bar here at TV8. So grab a seat as friends and neighbors gather to discuss and debate the topics of the day. From best restaurants, best hockey seats, school sports, and just plain old Vail Valley talk. So join us here at Max's Bar this winter.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
From landmarks to undiscovered treasures, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. And right behind me is one of Vail's most iconic hotels, and the only one here that's been operated by its original founders for the past 60 years.
It's a landmark. Well, it's a landmark because it's built by 2 people who have no idea what they were doing.
And those 2 people were Shaika and her late husband Pepe, both originally from Austria. After getting an opportunity to buy land in Vail Village, they decided to give the hotelier life a try.
Originally being, in New York as a modeling in New York, I thought it would be perfect. With Pepe being a ski racer, very well known and loved by everybody, and doing well in the ski business. I thought, well, he could have his ski shop, and we build a little lodge like we do in Europe. We live above, and we still live above. Same furniture, the same. The only thing is changed is the upholstery and the curtains. Wow. But it was built so different, and it was banquette wooden floor. You can't make that floor anymore the way it is now. And then we have a lot of Austrian furniture and very different.
Shaika says growing up in Austria during a war shaped her tastes.
We were during the war, everything, we had nothing. Both Pepe and I lost everything. And when you never had anything, you get things with a good, strong, and and our rooms look like guest rooms in somebody's home. They don't look like a hotel room. We don't have air conditioning, but we have fans. We don't have an ice box, but you can come down here and get ice.
And so the little Austrian-style Gasthof remains authentic and charming, which is why the guests love it.
I feel like I'm in Europe, and that's what I wanted. It's amazing that they have owned it and maintained it and been able to stay without being taken over by all the modern types of hotels.
And Shaika has no plans to change that anytime soon. Friends and employees describe her as a tough cookie with a heart of gold.
I'm very, outspoken. I like to scream and get mad. And then they quit and walk out one door, come back in the next door. It's just a family. The ones who last here for 20, 30 years. And I'm bragging that here I'm since 64. I have only 5 chefs in 64 for all these years. And they all stayed here. And then I had people who are here for 30 years. John, like you just met, the one is 42 years with me. I had a housekeeper 30 years with me. When you have people like that, they become part of a family. It's through thick and thin.
She says she owes her strong character and confidence to her grandma.
Yeah, that came from her, that she really put very much confidence in me. That always, even as a child, she never said look down or they always look up. Because if you look on the ground, all you see is dirt. But you look up, you see blue sky. So that's where I got the confidence that I keep my head high.
And remaining energetic and hardworking well into her 80s, she says is from self-love.
I'm in love with myself. I love myself. And I always say everything, if you love yourself, you love everybody else. If you cannot love yourself, how can you love other people?
Her love for others is shared generously, not only with her family, guests, and employees, but for the people of Vail as a whole. She says Vail wouldn't be the town it is without the people who helped build it.
I think the moment we came to Vail, there was just something about it, the people we have met. At that time, in 1962, everybody had a dream. Everybody wanted to make something special. Well, I just say I'm very happy, and I love America, and like I said it years ago, it takes a valley to make a village. And Vail became, thanks to the people in the valley, the people here, it's not just the town, it's the people who are in the town.
She says if you're in Vail, come stop by the hotel or Pepe's restaurant for some delicious food or just to say hi.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome back to your second hour of Good Morning Vail, the Sunday edition. We had the honor to talk to Chef Makoto, as well as on-site vet, which is super cool in Eagle, and of course, Tegan from the Eagle Valley Library District. So sit right back. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I?
Yes,
I do. So even though you work for
some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, Julio got the chance to travel to Eagle and check out On-Site Vet. Let's take a look.
Thanks for sticking with us here on Good Morning Vail. Now, for all of you pet owners out there, you know how important it is just to keep our furry animals and any animals really healthy and well taken care of. And to do just that, we have our wonderful friends here at On-Site Veterinary Services in Eagle. And I've got Dr. Susan O'Brien here, owner, founder of this amazing practice, to tell us a little bit about all the wonderful work that they do here and to just share her passion for animals. Dr. Susan, thank you for joining us this morning. Tell us a little bit about your practice. It's a privately owned practice. You started this not too long ago, 2021, I want to say, 2021. So tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of the history behind this practice and what really inspired you to do this.
Yeah, so I have been a veterinarian for 13 years. I have been in the Valley as a veterinarian for 8 years. The practice started as a mobile practice, so I went to people's homes and ranches and took care of animals there. And really, what was so special about that is that, especially the small animals, cats in particular, and birds and exotics, they were comfortable, they weren't anxious, they didn't have to travel. And I think that helped me develop a model for this practice. And today is actually our second birthday. We opened 2 years ago today. And so with this practice, what I wanted to make it feel like was someone's home. There's so many times where they have to come in, or it's even convenient with multiple animals for the owner. But we wanted it to feel comfortable for the animal and design it that it felt like they were going into someone's home. So that's how we founded this practice, much off the mobile model, to be something here that's a little bit more comfortable. And we still do the mobile services, and we see a lot of large animals. Our reindeer patients were actually here yesterday for a visit with Santa Claus, and we love that part of the practice. We are all over the Valley, so we're East Vail to up Colorado River Road, so quite a distance, and then we're here at the hospital as well. Yes.
And I love that because as soon as we walked in, you can just feel exactly what you mentioned, that cozy environment. We walked through some of the spaces which you all will get to see, and they've just created such an awesome environment here that kind of, I think your goal from what you were kind of saying is to kind of reduce stress for owners and pets alike, because it can be a little stressful sometimes, and you've created such just a wonderful, relaxing space, and I love that you all do that. Now, we've got Trudy here with us today, and I know that you also are very involved in the community and stuff, so tell me a little bit about that, because we might get to see you out and around the community, aside from all the work that you do here.
Yes, thank you. So Trudy is a 16-year-old kitty cat. She was a surrender at the shelter. We believe so strongly in our geriatrics, just having a full and like treasured life. So when we hear of an older kitty being at a shelter, we have such a home feel here and we're here so much that it makes sense to have a clinic kitty. So we started with Gail, who was 17 years old, and we adopted her from the Rifle Animal Shelter. And she was our flagship old lady, and we made a way to honor her to always have an older kitty cat in our hospital. So Trudy's just been with us 4 days, and we were all absolutely in love with her, and she is just gonna contribute to our happiness greatly. I like to do anything I can in the community. So with the shelters, we participate however we can. With Santa Claus, yesterday we asked for donations of things that they needed: paper towels, non-clumping cat litter, treats for dogs and cats, and we have a SUV full, which is incredible. So to help our friends there as much as we can, that's something that we really believe in. And then I'm involved in the Gypsum Chamber of Commerce as the board president, and anything we can do to help kind of elevate small business owners and network people that can, just help one another in this valley, we're going to keep doing that. So, yeah.
I love that. Now, I also want to talk about the work that you all do, which is why we're here today, to learn about all your services, and you mentioned the mobile services as well. So I want to dive right into it. Tell me what happens here in the practice and in some of the rooms that we see here today. What happens when pet owners or people bring in their pets here?
So we've designed flow such that there's never going to be 3 dogs from different families arriving at the same time. Everyone has a different arrival window and a room that they're designated towards. Nervous dogs go into the comfort room, boisterous dogs go into the dog room, cats go into the cat room. So everyone has their designated area, which helps reduce stress. So many owners find that to be so unique because they're not having to be on guard with maybe a dog aggressive or dog reactive dog. They can just have their own unique time. So when an animal comes in, particularly a dog, they go right to the scale. We have a comfortable mat on it. It's designed to not be frightening. And then into their room, a technician will come in and get their medical history, get their vitals. So we know, kind of where we're starting. And then I will go ahead in and do our physical exam. We operate with bribery, very much so. So we have every single variety of treat that we possibly can have, including for allergic dogs. So with hydrolyzed protein, it is important. And same with kitty cats. Cats are notorious for saying no thank you, and we don't have that problem here. So we have tuna puree, chicken puree, hard treats if they like that. We try to keep cat grass growing as well. So just offerings to make them comfortable and relaxed. And then that bribery helps me if I'm doing vaccines or blood draws or something like that they're not afraid. They're enjoying a delicious Kong full of treats or something like that. So it's really nice. That's how our visits typically work. We do all of our work in the exam room. So in the dog room, for example, we work on the floor. If there are blood draws, we perform them there. There's, the treatment room is a comfortable place, and you'll see that, but it's more comforting for the animal, we feel, to be with the owner. So we don't separate, we just proceed. And I do ask owners if they're comfortable, because sometimes people don't want to see that. So that's how a normal vaccine appointment would work. Animals that come in for surgery, there's a check-in much like before with the history and vitals and going over what the surgery will look like, what to expect, and consent forms and such. And then the animal spends the day with us in treatment. What I like about our treatment, and part of how we designed this, is that the animal's always with someone. So our treatment room isn't an area in the back. It is right next to my entire team. So we don't have nervous patients when they're here for the day, because they're really kind of always with someone, which is nice. So that's how surgeries work, and then we do discharge at the end of the day for our routine surgeries. Sick animals, when they come, we for our patients, current patients with us, we always fit them in. If there's something that's unexpected that's arisen, we'll make sure that they get seen. But often what we'll do is work them into the schedule or ask for them to drop off so that we can get started right away. And still an intake like like we talked about with the history and the vitals, but then they come right back to me, and we can get to work. That's how it typically works. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I think a recurring theme that I keep going to is kind of just that comfort, as much stress-free as possible, which I love because that's very important for owners and pets. Now, you mentioned at the beginning, Dr. Susan, the kind of your motivation or your inspiration behind this kind of started with the mobile services, which you still continue to do, as you mentioned. Tell me a little bit about that. You mentioned you're from East Vail, kind of all the way down Valley. Mm-hmm. So tell me what animals you treat and kind of what those off-site services look like.
Sure. So all animals, really. So lots of horses, they do not easily get to the vet, so we go to them. Same with cattle. So we do regulatory work for cattle. There's a lot of state required testing or certification, so we'll do those things as well. Exotic animals, so like our avian friends or our lizards, they don't like to go to the vet, so sometimes we go to them, which I like, because such a big part of my exam is seeing their habitat and seeing, I can get so much information from that. So that's nice. And Same with like dogs and cats. So it's a nice, like, we're greeted into their home like a guest, and it's kind of fun to work that way. So we can do all of that. We show up with a mobile truck. We've got like X-ray and ultrasound, laboratory, and then yes, exactly, and then pharmacy. So we can proceed just like we're at the office for a lot of those things, and then other things that we need to come back to the office for more diagnostic tests or sending out samples. That's all very easy. So yeah, that's how that works. We just arrive and we do the same thing: history, physical examination, and then treatment. Yeah, it's fun.
I love that. For anyone, who has maybe larger animals or maybe their animals are a little more nervous to come into the vet, then, I love that you guys have that option, and that, like you said, you're kind of invited or welcomed into their space, which I think, kind of helps the entire situation. Now, one situation I want to talk about, which I know for pet owners might not be the best situation to be in, but I think it's important to mention, is an emergency situation, which, can happen unexpectedly, or even if we think we might be in an emergency situation and we're not really sure. What should we do if we think, hey, my pet might be in an emergency situation? And if they decide to bring their pet in, kind of what does an emergency visit look like? I know you touched on it briefly, but, I think it's important information to share too.
So that's a great question. So the during business hours, is, as I said, they call, they usually come in if it's a small animal because we can get to them right away. If it's a large animal, our clients are so understanding that we can call and say, hey, we have to delay or move you to a different day. There's an emergency that's occurred. So sometimes that means an hour drive where we are, and that's something that we do, and we just roll with it as it comes. We do our very best. So during hours, or call our office, and after hours are the same thing for our office here. We only are able to offer emergency services for our patients because it's incredibly demanding, as you can imagine, and I'm one veterinarian at Current. So our patients or our clients can call our regular phone number. We have a team of veterinary technicians 24/7 that triage the call. So I find that incredible because these are very skilled people answering the phone. It's not just a call service, and they can talk through, okay, your dog ate this. This is a toxic level. You have to go in right now. Or, you're experiencing signs of an ear infection. Your dog is still eating and drinking and acting normal. You can go in tomorrow morning, and I'll let the doctor know you'll be there first thing or something. And the calls can get right through to me after they'll get history questions and see. And it's nice that I can have a little bit of information on what's going on, but the owner can talk right to their veterinarian. We have all access, even mobile, to our patients' files and medical history, so it's very easy to know what's going on and have that history. So how it works during the situation, our hospital is the same. Like the animals, we work on them coming in and feeling comfortable. We work on exactly what we need to do, if it's oxygen support or if it's radiographs, which are x-rays, like anything like that we could do right away. Our blood work is right in hospital, which is quite nice. So we can do really advanced testing very, very quickly in the matter of minutes, which I think is important because often with an emergency, it all has to happen now. So yeah, depending on that's typically how we work, and we try to just do our very best. We're always communicating with the owner so that they know exactly what's going on. Sometimes I have owners in treatment with me, so it just depends on what the animal needs. But yeah, we try to do our absolute best. I have had large animal emergencies show up here, yeah, and I've had llama emergencies in our backyard, and a darling piggy in our backyard. Like it depends, but we do exactly as much as we can at the moment. So yeah, it depends.
I love how attentive you all are to the situation of each pet and what they might be going through, whether it's an emergency or just any type of care. And speaking of that, I know people, might be interested in coming in and seeing you guys or getting in touch with you all. How can folks learn more or get in touch with you if they want to bring in their pets?
Great question. So we are here to help. Our phone number is just calling us is a great way to get a hold of us. We're 524-1122. Our website has a really nice area where you can submit questions, and it's onsitevet.com. Just no hyphen onsitevet.com. And then we're on social media a lot. So that's a cool place to see like what we do and see us in action, because we have the best job. So it's fun to share it. So those are good ways to get a hold of us. We encourage people to come anytime and stop in. Oftentimes people will they want to see what it's like. They've heard about us. Let's just come in, we'll show you around. Yeah, so we always welcome that. So yeah, that's kind of it. Just check us out, get a hold of us. Yeah.
And Dr. Susan was telling me off camera that they also do have a Spanish-speaking staff member who can, kind of help for anyone who might need a Spanish-speaking person. And they're working also on their website, which will soon be in Spanish. So I love that. Anyone is welcome here. So if you want to come in, bring in your pets, check out their website, give them a call, or stop in here in Eagle and check out On-Site Veterinary Services. Dr. Susan, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing a little bit about all the wonderful work that you all do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I don't know about you, but I'm still hungry. And I love that Kevin got a chance to talk to Chef Makoto here in Vail. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We've had quite a show this morning, and when we talk about the Vail Valley, we talk about the world-class atmosphere of everything that goes in and around the valley. And one of those things is the quality of the food and the restaurants that are coming to the valley. Now, over at the Grand Hyatt in Vail, we've got a great restaurant that's under construction right now, looking at an opening date of around February 5th, and it's got the name Makoto. And I am proud to be sitting next to Chef Makoto and a gentleman that helped orchestrate all of this, Mr. Mark Stone. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's great. And it's great to have your name
Thank
on
you
a
for having
restaurant.
us. Awesome. Yes. Privileged to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not your first rodeo, I have to say. You've got some other restaurants around. Where
Yes.
are they located?
Well, we happen to have opportunity in South America. So we have a Brazil, Panama, Mexico City, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And this is the very first North America project as Makoto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a ski resort now.
But you got a big one in
Yeah.
Miami also that a few people might be familiar with.
I'm going to be down there at the end of February, and I'll have to check it out because
Yeah.
I have heard great things about it.
That's where we started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Over 10 years ago. Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting started, how did you get started in just the restaurant business overall and cooking?
Well, I had not too many options at the time when I was 15. I graduated junior high school. I decided not to go to high school. Either option of either carpenter or sushi chef. And I had a really great person who I know since the time childhood. So I decided to go, work for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And there's a certain style that you've infused into the passion of the art of sushi. What is that?
I think it's my master chef was style of Edomae. Edomae is typical Edomae sushi is using fish from Edo, bay.
Right.
But it's just, now we kept that style of Edomae style because there's a lot of fish coming from all over the place, but the style of Edomae is very simple, straightforward, making sure the fish is the star of the sushi. I mean, obviously sushi, most important element of sushi is the rice. Having said that, fish is also equally important, and keep it simple and make it, ingredients shine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's very important to source the right things because sushi,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's funny because when I was talking about sushi a long time ago, everybody goes, oh, it's a fad. Well, it's one of the most delicious and long-lasting fads I have ever seen, and I love it, and it's not going away anytime soon. So it's a great restaurant to add here to the Vail Valley. Now, along with Miami, you're a celebrity chef. You were on the Food Network. You've had some good accolades. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I wouldn't call myself celebrity chef at all.
Well, I'm calling you a
Please
celebrity
do
chef.
not. No, I'm not that caliber. But I was fortunate enough to work for Chef Morimoto back in 2001, I think. That's the time when we met, with Mark.
Yeah.
And I was happy enough to work for him as a sous chef for the Island Chef program.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we are working on it.
Well, it's some good experience. And
Yeah,
Mark, the partnership between you and Makoto, you have a lot of experience opening restaurants.
Yes. So I had a whole prior career from the time I graduated college, and that career revolved around business in Asia and Japan in particular, and I was always passionate about food, particularly Japanese food. I was fortunate enough to spend several years spending, a few months a year in Japan. And as Chef just mentioned, through an accidental series of events, how things usually happen, around 20 years ago, I met Morimoto, who was well known from Iron Chef, and we ended up becoming business partners, and I ran the Morimoto Group for a long time. Opened quite a number of restaurants during that period of time, and since then, I've been fortunate enough to work with quite a variety of chefs and hotels around the country and around the world, and always been incredibly fond of Chef Makoto and kind of awed by the quality of his cooking and his imagination and creativity and what he brings to both traditional sushi and more contemporary food. So it's incredibly exciting for me to have a chance to work with him and bringing this restaurant to life.
This is a restaurant that's definitely going to elevate the tier of quality of food and beverage that comes into the valley, because we talk about the food a lot, but there's a whole different line of beverage when you talk about the Japanese whiskeys, the sakes, the pairings of the cocktails, the craft cocktails that we've got on the menu that's going to take place.
Absolutely. I mean, we take a lot of pride in the beverage program. The food's beautiful, and we want beverage that's going to complement that, regardless of what your interests are. Wines, not everybody thinks of wines as pairing especially well with Japanese food and sushi, but it's fantastic pairing as long as you're doing the right things, everything from champagne to light red wines. And then, as you mentioned, we'll have the largest collection by far, I think, of Japanese whiskey in the state, one of the larger ones in the country, probably around 70 different styles and types and expressions of Japanese whiskey, and a fantastic sake program, as well as cocktails that incorporate a lot of Japanese ingredients.
I know over the last 6 months, a lot of work has been going into that. And 6 months is a long time, but it takes that time. You've got to get the menu from the food aspect down first, and then you start pairing those cocktails to complement everything that's coming out from behind the line.
Yeah, exactly.
So in addition to some of the sushi that you've got on the menu, Chef, you've also got some Wagyu beef items as well. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. There's a couple Wagyu options, and also we really focusing domestic Japanese Wagyu beef, and also local Wagyu. We are literally tasting today and tomorrow, so we're very excited about having local cow as well as international from Japan and so forth.
Yeah, it's great to have that story kind of behind all the dishes, because that's what makes it interesting for a guest coming into the restaurant, is to actually get the story behind each one of the items and how the elements are built in each dish, so that they can have a takeaway and be enriched with the experience they have in the restaurant. Now, with all the passion you put in to the dishes, what is the goal that you have for guests dining at Makoto Vail?
Well, I think most important goal is to make them happy. You know, our business is that people, we can make people upset like second, or we can make people, happy as second as well. But I think it's most important, the entire experience at Makoto to be the happy place. They want to come back twice a week, hopefully, not going to be like once a month places and stuff like that. More we can create them to come back often is the goal for me.
Yeah. And I think that's what we're going to do. Being part of this project myself, watching the construction of that restaurant go from conception to now we're near completion. It's an absolutely breathtaking restaurant. The woodwork and the restaurant itself is a piece of art. And I think, I'm excited now with the quality of food that you're going to put forth. This is going to be a destination that people are going to flock to. And once we get the reservations opened, I'm sure it'll be a great success.
That is what we're hoping for.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining me today on the couch to talk a little bit about the newest addition to the food and beverage scene here in Vail. It, again, going to raise the bar for everybody else to follow. So thanks again. We're excited for Makoto Vail.
Thank you.
We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Good morning, Vail.
Come on.
We play from the hearts. We play these songs. We live these songs.
Scott Redner is known as the man behind Shakedown Bar, a venue he says was created by musicians for musicians.
We are different. We treat our music differently. We take our music seriously.
While playing musical gigs around town, Scott had what seemed like at the time a very lucky encounter.
A gentleman saw me playing, and he gave me $1 million and bought the space, the lease on the space for me.
Wait, back up. What do you mean he gave you?
Well, he saw me playing at the Red Line one night, and he walked up and he tipped me $1,000, and he said, "You rocked, dude. You need your own place." And I was like, "Well, I like the sound of that, you know." So I leaned over to my security guy and said, "Hey, this guy, he said he's gonna buy me a bar. You come run it." And it was my buddy Bryce, who was the security guy at Red Line, and he's like, "Okay."
So in 2012, Shakedown Bar was established. But like many things in life that seem too good to be true, so too was this. For a variety of reasons, Scott had to buy out his original investor. Since then, Shakedown Bar has thrived as a 198-person music venue with exceptional performers, including the Shakedown Family Band. Scott himself has toured the world with bands like Blues Traveler, Dave Matthews, and Lenny Kravitz. But this father of two girls says his daughters have inspired him to embrace the current pop stars.
It is just T Swift, and it's like I want to be able to just. I asked my daughter, I'm like, you know, because I took them to the Taylor Swift concert this year, and I'm like, "Which song, Harper?" And she goes, "Cruel Summer Day."
Here he is performing his own rendition of Flowers by Miley Cyrus, another one of his daughter's favorites. Scott says if you love music, Shakedown Bar is the place for après-ski this winter.
What's better than songs you love to sing while you're after ski celebrating, getting a little toasty, right? But, you know, it's about that. It's about interacting. It's about sharing that time. It's about singing along. It's about sharing the experience together, the feel-good stuff, the stuff you know.
And he was so impressed with my tambourine skills that you might even see yours truly on stage soon.
So am I hired to come perform with you? Can I do it?
Done.
Okay.
700.
Or maybe I'll just stick to Vail vibes. To see the real musicians, check out shakedownbarvail.com for the calendar of events.
Good morning, Vail.
We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, I know that we all love the Eagle Valley Library District, and we adore Tegan here on Good Morning Vail. I got the chance to sit down and talk about all the new things happening. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I have an amazing human being on my couch, Tegan from the Eagle Valley Library District. How are you doing,
Good.
Tegan?
How about yourself?
I am good. I feel like we were just chit-chatting. It has been a crazy past couple of weeks, but good. I feel like so much is happening, and
yes,
we're in full effect. The 12th day of January, Tegan. Where did it go?
Into the new year.
I know, we're ready.
Go.
So, my friend, what is happening?
Lots is happening at the library.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted to let everyone know about our system, because all libraries across America are set up a little bit different, and we're unique in Colorado. We are a library district.
Okay.
So our service population is from Dotsero up to Bonds, up to Dow Junction.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. We have a big service population, and then our library branches are in Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum. But the unique thing about Colorado is we love to share. So we share with all sorts of libraries. So if you come in and you can't find your materials on our shelf, you can we can ask other libraries to send it to you. So never come in and get disappointed because your item's not there. We can get it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then if other Colorado libraries do not have the item, or they can't send it in your particular time period, we start asking out of state. So we've had items from Library of Congress come through. Library of Congress did not want it to leave our building. However,
I'm sure. Do not leave the premises.
However, for that person's research purposes, that was just what they needed. So even if you can't see it on the shelf, we will try to get it to you.
Okay, that's brilliant. That is not normal, is it? For most, I mean,
different states do it differently. And so Colorado, a long time ago, we were like, you know what, we're going to share our resources so that everyone has access. Because again, it's about access to information.
Right.
And sometimes it's not on the shelf because we only have so many shelves. We only have so much space.
Right.
Or it's super popular, so put your name on the list. And even if the list is long, put your name on there, because we will get it for you.
Well, and that's what I was wondering. So I come in and I've heard, I'm so obsessed with this new book called The Mountain. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I really want to get So let's say I come in and The Mountain isn't available. Correct. What do I do?
Okay, so then you want to either ask a librarian or hop on our online card catalog. So
I always forget about that. That's a good thing to remember. Okay.
And then you just look it up and then you put a hold on it.
Okay.
And if you just want the librarian to do it, we're happy to help. We can help you out there.
Okay.
And on our end, so any new book that we purchase for adults, we keep it in our system for 3 months before we share, because we want you guys to have first dibs before we share it out. So the online card catalog is all of our consortium. So you're looking at all the holds for Western Colorado. So it might seem daunting when you have like 100 people are on hold for this, and you're like, I'm never going to get it.
That's a lot. Yes, exactly.
Put your name on it, because we will buy at least 6 copies to circulate amongst ourselves.
That's brilliant.
Yep. And so then you're not going to be 101. You might be 5 on the list.
That is so cool. I am like shocked because this is a big moment. That's a big deal. That's cool. Well, and I'm thinking back to high school and just research, or even college coming in, and there was such a hard time for me in Ohio to try to find certain books, etc. But here for high school kids, college kids, I want The Mountain. There we go. I know what I'm doing after this. That's really cool to know. Okay, so don't get nervous about the bigger numbers.
Yes, don't get nervous about the bigger numbers. Even for our ebooks or in our e-resources, again, that's a reflection of a consortium. So oftentimes we have bought a copy, and so we're trying to circulate it amongst our patrons first.
Okay.
And then in regards to like high school and college students who are doing research, a part of the consortium is, we do have universities that are a part of it, and then we work with the Front Range libraries all the way up to Wyoming as well on our card catalog system, so you can get access to big universities and their materials as well.
I'm like, shout out to the library system here in Colorado. I am like in shock. That's amazing.
Yeah, and there's a huge courier system throughout the state that are moving books up across the state.
So do you know, I just thought about this, do you know most of the libraries? I mean, I know there's thousands in the state, but like you probably are pretty aware of.
Yes. Yeah, so location codes pop out, and so we all kind of know.
Sorry, I'm like in
we all kind of know, like, 508, that's Mesa, and we all kind of know where our books are going and the books that are coming to us.
Okay, so let's say again, I don't know The Mountain. I'm so excited. It's a self-help book. I'm all about them. So I come in, I talk to you, or I go online. How long do we think? I know this is kind of a loaded question because it depends, but
it does. Yeah. So it depends on where you end up on the wait list, and also depends on the roads.
Right, no, 100%. I was going to ask you about that. Thank you for coming, by the way.
So it depends on a few factors. But if you look on the online card catalog and there's copies available, usually we can get it to you within a week.
Wow.
If there's snowstorms and it kind of delays the courier, obviously that throws a kink.
Totally.
But we can kind of get it to you ahead of time.
Wow.
However, for all those kiddos that are doing research for
That's
homework,
what I was going to say,
the night before is not the best time.
I feel like you're speaking to my younger self. I used to do this to my parents all the time and be like, I have a book report. They're like, excuse me? And I'm like, it's due tomorrow at 9 a.m.
We will still try to help you, but there might be some resources that we just don't have access to in that short of time period. So we do try to encourage students to think about it ahead of time so that we can get the materials in.
Okay, and so another question, this might be kind of silly. Well, there's no silly questions.
There's no silly questions.
No silly questions. When you get the book, how long are you able to keep it out for?
No, that's a great question.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because we kind of changed some things. So, so our traditional items, so things, books, movies, so DVDs, music, CDs.
Okay.
You can keep those for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Wow, okay.
You can have up to 2 renewal periods, so long as no one's waiting.
Gotcha.
Because again, we're all about sharing.
I like
so long
that.
as no one's waiting.
Okay.
So you can have it up to 9 weeks.
Wow. Okay. So if someone is waiting for it, you get 3 weeks.
You get 3 weeks.
And how do you find that out? Do you have to call in? Do you?
Oh, so people put things on hold. So this is why I encourage put it on hold, put it on hold, put it on hold. And then that tells our system like, hey, someone's waiting in the wings.
And then you'll let them.
Yeah.
That is
And then
so
you'll get the
interesting.
notice being like, hey, oh, it's time to turn in your material. And, like,
And someone's like,
okay.
no, I don't want to. I don't want to share.
We're like, put it on hold again. You can check
it's
it out
fine.
again.
Oh, that is so cool. So if it's not on hold for someone else, you could have it up to 9 months.
9 weeks.
9 weeks. 9 months. That's what I meant. 9 weeks. Sorry. That
9
would be
weeks,
weird.
9
9 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you, personal preference?
Yes.
Is it better for people to call in, come in, or go online?
Either way.
Okay.
Either way, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
Okay.
So again, we're always happy to help. You can do it online. We also have online resources, so our ebooks and our e-audiobooks, plus e-magazines, and we have some videos as well online.
So that makes it super simple.
Yes. So if you can't make it into the library, there's other ways to still access the library from home.
Cool.
And then if you're savvy and you want to put it all in yourself, fantastic. Or sometimes like even our savvies are like, I can't find it. Can you help? We're happy to help. That's why we're here. Or if you're just like, I just heard this book on the radio and I need it now.
Yes.
We're happy to put it on hold for you as well.
That is amazing. I am so, not shocked, but I'm like, this is awesome. I'm so happy that you. So my very last question for you, Tegan, is this all the libraries?
So our library district is Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum.
Gypsum, got it.
So that you would get an EVLD library card, but with that card, you have access to all of Colorado. So again,
I didn't know that either.
yes. Well, so again, with that card, if you can't find it on the shelf or another library has it, we share, and the other library will send it to us.
That's
and
amazing.
again, if we can't find it in Colorado, we'll just keep going and going and going. We're really trying to get to yes.
Ah, I love it, and I've been to every single library here.
Yay.
And I have to say, I don't know how you guys keep them so clean.
Oh, thank you. It's gorgeous.
So gorgeous, well staffed. I could just sit in there for days, and it's so impressive. So Tegan, thank you always for everything that you do, and thanks for educating me on all of this today. My mouth was wide open for most of the interview. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So
a lot of people don't know, and that's why I want to share.
yeah, no, thank you so much, and we love having you. Thank you, and happy Friday to
you as well.
Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Susie.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings. and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. We had a blast. So many cool things. I don't know about you, but I am super hungry now as well. I want to get on out there in the mountain. So much snow coming down. So have a great Sunday. Get on out there, enjoy the snow, and keep it right here because we'll see you Monday for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Your coffee's brewed.